Vehicle producers delivered 88 million vehicles in 2016. Tesla delivered 76,000. However, Money Road esteems Tesla higher than some other U.S. vehicle producer. What clarifies this more than 1,000 to 1 error in valuation? What's to come? Such a large number of individuals contrast Tesla with what as of now exists, and that is a slip-up. Tesla isn't another vehicle organization. At the turn of the 20th century, the vast majority contrasted existing Surrey and carriage producers with the new car organizations. They were both transportation, and they looked ambiguously comparative, with the main obvious contrast that one was moved by ponies connected to the front while the other had a temperamental and boisterous inward ignition motor. These two sorts of transportation were unique. Also, one is currently just found in exhibition halls. Organizations with plans of action worked around inward ignition motors disturbed those worked around ponies. That is the conceivable result for all of the present vehicle producers. Electric vehicles dirty less, have less moving parts, and are calmer and quicker than existing vehicles. Today, the innovation fundamental reasonable batteries with adequate range for them to be a suitable business have all quite recently meet up. Most spectators concur that self-ruling electric vehicles will be the overwhelmed type of transportation by mid-century. That is terrible news for existing vehicle organizations. Tesla is another type of transportation upsetting the occupants. Here are 4 reasons why. 1. Car organizations have longer than an era of skill in planning and building effective mechanical impetus frameworks, inner burning motors for thought process force and transmissions to drive the wheels. In the event that current vehicle makers need to assemble electric vehicles, every one of those structure abilities and the greater part of the gracefully chain and assembling skill are pointless. Also, pointless as well as they become this heritage of capital hardware and headcount that is presently a weight to an organization. In a couple of years, the main thing valuable in existing manufacturing plants building conventional vehicles will be the dividers and rooftop. 2. While the car business may be multiple times bigger than Tesla, Tesla may really have more ability and dollars focused on the electric vehicle environment than any heritage vehicle organization. Tesla's interest in lithium particle battery plant, the Gigafactory, flaunts electric drive train structure and assembling yield that will surpass the entirety of the whole car industry. 3. The fate of transportation isn't just electric, it's self-ruling and associated. A great deal has been expounded on self-driving vehicles, and as an update, computerized driving comes in numerous levels. Level 0, the vehicle gives you alerts yet driver keeps up control of the vehicle. For instance, vulnerable side admonition. Level 1, the driver and the vehicle share control. For instance, versatile journey control (ACC), where the driver controls controlling and the mechanized framework controls speed. Level 2, the robotized framework assumes full responsibility for the vehicle, quickening, slowing down, and controlling. The driver screens and mediates if the robotized framework neglects to react. Level 3, the driver can content or watch a film. The vehicle will deal with circumstances that require a prompt reaction, similar to crisis slowing down. The driver must be set up to mediate inside some restricted time, when called upon by the vehicle. Level 4, no driver consideration is ever required for well-being, for example the driver may securely rest or leave the driver's seat. Level 5, no human mediation is required. For instance, a mechanical taxi. Each degree of self-governance requires an exponential measure of programming, building plan and advancement. While vehicles have had an ever-expanding measure of programming content, the up-and-coming age of transportation are truly PCs on wheels. Much like in electric vehicle drivetrains, self-sufficiency and network are not center skills of existing vehicle organizations. 4. Large, existing organizations are executing a realized plan of action and have assembled procedures, techniques, and key execution pointers to gauge progress to a known arrangement of objectives. However, when innovation disturbance occurs, electric drivetrains, self-ruling vehicles, and so forth, changing a plan of action is very troublesome. Not very many organizations figure out how to make the change starting with one plan of action then onto the next. Obviously, while Tesla may be the principal mover in disturbing transportation, there is no assurance they will be a definitive pioneer. In any case, the inquiry shouldn't be the reason Tesla has such a high valuation. The inquiry ought to be the reason the current car organizations aren't esteemed like Pony and Surrey organizations. Exercise learned. Hardly any market chiefs in an industry being disturbed make the progress to the new business. The advantages, mastery, and mentality that made them pioneers in the past are typically the things that keeps them from seeing what's to come.